We're back with Andy from Nexus Minerals this morning. Andy, morning.
Morning, Andrew. How you going?
Yeah, good, Andy. Significant update here. You got the Aircore rig back turning at Wallbrook. Tell us a bit more about some of these targets.
Yeah, look, it's fantastic to sort of kick the year off. A lot of planning gone in the off season, if you like, to be ready to go this early in the year. Yeah, had success last year and the sort of start of the Aircore program, and just obviously a little bit of history. We raised just over $4 million there the middle of last year on the back of going out and testing these 18 regional targets, which we'd had instant success where we'd moved outside of our Crusader Templar resource area in the past.
Mm.
But really, we still hadn't had the chance to have a look at all at the broader sort of 50 square kilometres. It's in the heart of the nearly 200 square kilometre package that we've got out there. So we really wanted to shake the tree of at least this 50 square kilometres with that round of funding. And when you look at sort of the image that's in the announcement, we're looking at Northern Star. We've got 3 operating mines on that same image, and another 2 or 3 that have been completed. So the gold endowment in the region, the multi-million ounce gold endowment, isn't in question. It's just a matter of getting out and doing the work. And on this package of ground, just a function of previous ownership, and no work's been done. So that was the thing here was, look, let's get out, let's see what and where the areas are the most interesting. And then that's brought about, the discovery last year in one of the early programs of now what we're calling Payns Project, the prospect. And it's quite, it's a significant prospect area to be able to sort of take. We've got our 5 mineralised corridors, which everyone's fairly aware of now, MC1 to 5, and they're all slightly different in their own way, and MC5, which is the most western corridor. And no previous drilling over here, blind discovery, if you like, using geophysics and structural interp to look at how the sort of the rocks look like they wrapped around this big porphyry intrusion a bit to the north. And so hence, the boys went in and drilled there last year. And it's not only fantastic drill results, a bunch of 4 meters at 5, 6s, 7s. Yep, we'd love that with 20 metres. I think the best was a 16 at 2.74 or something like that. That in itself was fantastic, but it was almost prior to that. Literally as the drill chips are coming out of the ground, and the guys are looking at them and saying, "Well, look, we've got, the geology is right. The alteration product we're seeing. You really need this sericite, rutile, tourmaline, and albite in the alteration, which you can see in the drill chips. The boys, geos, have now well and truly get their eyes in out there on the rocks that need to be the right rocks, and it's certainly looking the part. So when they were drilling it, they were getting excited and adding a few extra lines and extra holes in, and ultimately then coming back and getting the final lot of results, sort of starting to put a bit of a certain size around it, and sort of going, well, look, let's expand this out to the north, south, east, west, and just see what this sort of footprint of Payns looks like. So that's the first part of the program, and probably nearly half of the meters will end up going into there just because of, I said, that ingredients of that regional gold signature, and undercover certainly makes it a number one priority for us in this program.
And also looking to expand 2.1 and assess 5.3, this being a new target. Tell us a bit more about the importance of these.
Yeah, look, it's the 5.3 I'll probably do first, just because we spoke about Payns, and 5.3 was in that mineralised corridor 5 on the west hand side. It's about a kilometre or a bit more south of Payns. Again, structurally, we've got this sort of wrapping around feature there, some cross-cutting structures. It's in a mineralised corridor, so it's got all the features. And I suppose after seeing what we saw at Payns, it certainly elevated it in its importance and its ranking to needing testing sooner rather than later. So again, a significant number of the meters will go into 5.3, and in a perfect world, get results at Payns South, 5.3 North, and it morphs into one large prospect in a perfect world. So that's what the guys are certainly going to be assessed this time round, and they have the ability to move and move that rig around. So that's where 5.3 sits. And 2.1, it's quite interesting now as well. We've got the Crusader Templar 300,000 ounce resource, which sits roughly 1.5 kilometres in a northwest southeast line. And then we discovered this Godfrey prospect last year, which is 1.2 kilometres over 100 sort of meters in width, and it's now RC ready. And in between is this MC 2.1, and it's in the Mineralised Corridor 2, one of the first prospects we drilled with the regional Aircore. Got good success the first time and the second time. And now it's starting to look like, well, look, guys, we need to sort of extend this further to the northwest. It's looking like we've literally got a 1.6 kilometre Crusader Templar, something in the middle here, and then the Godfrey out to the east, roughly sort of 300 metres apart, all sort of parallel structures and mineralised systems. So really want to flush out that fully this program, so we made sure then that it's ready for RC drill testing. So usually 2-3 maximum Aircore programs is what the geos have been charged with, and then they need to be either ready for RC drill testing or move them on. And we've had great success. 6 out of the 7 areas that we've drilled have moved forward and progressed to being RC drill ready. So keep going, see what this program rolls out, and it's certainly interesting out there how it's all coming together, and it's exciting to be in these new areas and having the opportunity to explore like we are. It's fantastic.
Just on that, so you say this program should take you through till March for completion.
Yeah. Look, it's just roughly 4 to 5 weeks. The weather looks like it's going to be pretty good to us this time, so it's a pretty steady progress. So hopefully, once we get the Payns component drilled, we'll get those samples in, get them back from the lab literally as the rig is finishing, and then have 5.3 and 2.1 going after that. So, ideally, once we sort of get Payns, finish this result, analyze, interpret, turn the rig back around and get it back out there again, and keep going with the next round. So keep that rig fairly consistent, if at all possible, through this first half of the year, and then just see how all these targets are all shaping up.
Good to speak, Andy. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Andrew.